Hello, everybody, and welcome to another special episode of Geekside News Spotlight. With us tonight is the creator of Cons Against Our Sanity, Laurie Collin. Hello, Laurie.
Hi! How you doing?
Doing pretty good, and also with us tonight is Zosian. How you doing, Zo?
Hey everyone,
Awesome.
doing great.
That's good, especially because you just had a little minor surgery there, so I'm glad you're doing okay.
Yeah,
All right, so
I would
Laurie.
say something, but I don't want to make it.
It's all right.
Hey,
So, Laurie, what is Cons Against Our Sanity?
Well, Cons Against Our Sanity is a really cool new special card game that we have created. The people in the con community wanted to create something for the con community, so we're like, why don't we do a card game? That'd be fun. That'd be cool. So that's essentially what it is, something to entertain the niche crowd that is the convention community.
All right, so just is this to be played mostly at conventions, or is it just played for anytime you want to sit down and have some fun on a night?
Okay, well you can play this game whenever you want. You can play it at a con, you can play it at home, you can play it at a funeral. It's always fun, guaranteed. Um, but yeah, so this can be. It's mostly suited for at the convention scene because you're going to be playing with other con goers and other cosplayers. But if you're just like chilling at home with your friends, the cards are also funny on its own. But it is generally made for a convention-based audience.
okay, how did y'all come up with the idea for
Uh,
Conflict Insanity?
Yeah, so I've been, gosh, I'm old at this point. I'm a convention veteran. I've gone to so many cons. I've been very lucky to be special guest at the con a couple times, and I've just been doing this. And I see so many stereotypes that happen, so many funny experiences that happen, and there's always these people that go to a convention, but they see the vendor's room. They've seen it. It's the same stuff every year. The panels are like, okay, it's another one of these panels again, and the shows, everything is starting to come a little bit of the same thing. And of course, everyone loves to sit down and play games like Cards Against Humanity. I said that word right. Cards Against Humanity. Um, but eventually, like, it starts to get a little boring, a little slow. Like the heartbeat monitor is just flatlining a little bit. And I was like, you know what? What if we made a card game that was based on the convention scene of the things you see around? Like, that would be entertaining. That would be something fun to do. When you're drunk at 2 in the morning and stumbling around of, oh, what are we going to do? You could sit down, have this game out, and then pull random people, be like, come on, come here, sit down. This game, it's a lot of fun, and it's got a lot of it's got a lot of shock value to it too, because people don't expect these cards to be like calling people out or having a lot of fun.
So how did this really get started? Obviously, you're a convention veteran, and we've all seen these trends. So where did this really start? Were you sitting at home? Were you just sitting at convention and going, man, there is a meme here?
It's just I go to the conventions and I see these things that happen, and I just like log it into my memory, and I just had a well of information. And I had started working for my company, Chronotic Media, and it's so cool because it's a company that really gets you started on projects and ideas. For example, things that we could do is if someone was doing a popular webcomic series, or if they have a story idea that they want to do and they want it to be made into like a visual novel game, like a video game, like we can make that happen. And we were looking into making card games and creating card games. So we have a lot of really cool ideas for that. And I was like, hey, why don't we make a card game based off of the convention scene? And they're like, oh, okay, maybe. So then I made like a Google Doc of all these question cards and answer cards, and then I started reading them, and they're like, oh, this is actually really funny. So all of our employees, they had a Google Doc, and they could add cards to it. There were some cards I was like, that's no, delete your account. That's bad. That's not. So it just like was a conglomeration. So I did the bulk of it. I did most of it, and I approved cards, made sure cards were good and everything. But man, my employees are sick, twisted bastards. And it was just
Sounds like a place I would love to work.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So we have a lot of camaraderie and everything, and we eventually over a couple months built the game up. So we found cool answers. We went to conventions during the time too, because like MegaCon happened and everything, and we're just like, I saw someone swimming drunk in the hotel fountain because the pool was closed. So let's make that a card, like that kind of thing. So you bring it to the table. And eventually we came up with 120 cards. And you're like, okay, that's the size of a card game. Let's do this. So then we started the Kickstarter, and it's been, all that good stuff. It's a wild ride. I'm excited that it's ending today though, because every single day is just insanity. Because you have to post something, you have to make something, you gotta talk to your people, like going full 100% for a month. That's what we've been doing. Coming to work every day, go do the work, do the thing. Just to make sure that we have content, because we don't want to run out of content for people. Because once you start going stagnant, that's when things go downhill.
It really is. It definitely is, especially in this generation, in this the world that we're in now. 3 days go past and you're yesterday's news.
Yeah, exactly.
So now this Charles first. Oh.
No, I just
okay. I was wondering. You said the name of the company is Cardiac Media. Sorry, I'm trying to say that.
Chronotic Media.
Chronotic. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did that Chronotic Media get started and everything?
Let's see.
That you know of.
That I know of, yes. So I joined Chronotic Media. I was hired as a graphic designer, illustrator, amateur animator. And that was over a year ago. And now I'm actually the head art director of that place, because I learned and I moved up. So that was great. But we have our boss. His name is Izzy. He just started the company. It was fantastic. He has we have a lot of investors and everything that are excited for what we put out. So luckily we have them, and we have an office building in Orlando, located by iDrive International Drive. That's like a landmark that people know. And in that office is where the magic happens. So he knew a lot of people, especially like the younger folk, not the people that are older and veteran. He wanted people that were fresh faced with new ideas, straight out of college or even in college. I'm technically still in college, and he's just people like millennials. He's unfortunately they don't get the opportunities to come up with these ideas, because you start at the bottom as an intern, then you work your way up to a big seat in a company and everything. He's I want to break the barriers of that. We have a company right now, and you're new, you're smart, you're young, but I think that you have something special. So each person is specially handpicked. And it's really cool because my coworkers have crazy cool talents. They compose, they program, they do graphic designs, and I'm just oh my gosh, how am I fitting in here? It's crazy. So it's just a big think tank of people that love to just create and push out content. So that's just how it got started, and we've just been going strong ever since.
Okay, is this y'all's first Kickstarter, or?
Yes, this is our first Kickstarter.
Well, for everybody that's watching, I just want to say definitely congratulations, because especially for being your first Kickstarter, you made it. You funded.
Yes, that's so exciting. A lot of people were saying, "Wow, $15,000, that is a lot." And there was some naysayers "Oh, we don't think we're going to make the goal." But man, we just slid right in at the finish line, and it's really cool because people are still donating even though we're past the goal. Because now that they know that this game is going to officially be printed, they're "Oh, well, now I got to get my copy." Because the only way you can get the copy is if you donate on Kickstarter, or if you're in person at a convention. So far, we don't have an online site yet.
Okay.
But in the works, but yet.
Yes, yet. It is technically one of our stretch goals. So we have a stretch goal of if we hit $20,000, then we'll be able to have a website up. Because obviously websites aren't cheap and everything.
Yeah, especially a good one. Good ones cost a lot. Get designers in there, get user experience people in there. Now, the cards themselves. Now, you're the art director for Chronotic.
Chronotic, yes.
All right, Chronotic. So you're the art director for Chronotic. How much of the art on the cards are yours directly?
The art and the cards. Well, these are the logos of the cards. So we've got an orange card and a blue card. And then obviously we have the inside of them where it has the text, it has bubbles on the top, we have the logo one more, and so we have answers and question and answer cards. So this actually is our lovely graphic designer, Chris. He's more of the graphics, I'm more of the illustration, animation, making sure the cherries on top of all of our art that comes out. So he's the graphic designer that made our logos. So he takes credit for that, not me. I didn't do this one. But I did the animation trailer is what I did, some of the character designs and everything. We have another fantastic illustrator on our team. His name is Rocky Rivera. He's a really well-known artist here in the Florida community. He does a lot of mascots for conventions, so Omni Expo, for example. Omni Expo is a convention that is Orlando based, and they're on year like 4 now. It's crazy. They're doing great, and Rocky's done the art for them. So his art is so good because he wants to be like a professional manga artist, and you can see through. It's not one of those people that are like, oh, I'm gonna be a manga artist, I'm gonna be a voice actor, I'm gonna be no. He is completely 100% committed, and you can see it in his work. It's just so good.
Sounds like you have a good, talented team there.
Yeah, it's really nice to see people just from different points of a genre. Does that make any sense? Like, they're artists is the blanket term. We're all artists, but we've got things of like the thinker and the animator, making sure everything's together. We've got the illustrator that like specializes in Japanese illustration, and then we have like the straight-laced like graphic designer that knows Illustrator, while me and the other person like look at the Illustrator program. We're like, Photoshop. That kind of thing.
So, you, like I said, you had the Kickstarter, and whose idea was it to do Kickstarter?
Well, I think it was kind of like a group effort. I mentioned Kickstarter a couple times. I was like, there's Kickstarter, and then there was something called Indiegogo, but Kickstarter is just known a little bit more, especially when people like search for things and try to find products. You don't go to Indiegogo.com. It's just like, okay, what do we got now?
Unless you're like us, and we will do random searches of Kickstarter and Indiegogo and do shows on it.
Oh yeah,
which we're starting.
That's awesome. Plus, I believe, and I'm pretty sure because I saw this, Cards Against Humanity was actually a Kickstarter.
Yeah, they think so.
Yeah,
several years ago.
Because we got in contact with the people that printed Cards Against Humanity when they were a Kickstarter. Because we wanted to make sure that we weren't crossing any boundaries and everything. And we fit all their guidelines, and they're like, Godspeed, God bless, have fun making your game. It's nothing like ours, so we're not going to get in a tizzy over it.
Okay, you just mentioned that. So there was a process where you actually had to contact Cards Against Humanity, or
well, we always want to make sure that our like T's and I's are dotted and lined, all that kind of stuff. We mind our P's and Q's is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
So we were just like, let's get in contact with Cards Against Humanity because we want to make sure, and plus there are people that love Cards Against Humanity. I love that game. Oh my goodness. And I don't want another company thinking, oh, we can steal their idea and everything. But also, it's such a blanketed way to play that it's, So we got in contact with some people that printed them, and there's actually 3 guidelines, if you want to know, of what you can and cannot have for a card game so that it doesn't match up with Cards Against Humanity. I'll tell you those. You cannot have a 14-point Helvetica text, which is not. We use a different text. It's not that. You cannot have the exact black and white cards, and ours are blue and orange. And then finally, you cannot have the text words say 1, 2, 3. So Cards Against Humanity. You can't have it vertically in a line like that. Ours says cons against our sanity. We have a different word count, and it's formatted a bit differently. So, yeah. So those are the guidelines. So if you ever want to make your own game, just don't do that, and you're good.
That's a very interesting stipulation. Out of curiosity, how was that phone call to Cards Against Humanity? I'm just kind of curious because I know they can be, at least from my experience, they seem to be a little bit out there from what I've read.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a phone call, it was an email, but I could do a robotic voice of, hello, here at Cards Against Humanity. But no, it was through email. But they responded so fast to us, and they were just like, best of luck, because they love smaller companies, and we were just like, thank you so much. And it's really good to have that, because a lot of people are saying, oh, you're ripping off Cards Against Humanity. It's like, listen, buddy, we talked to them. We're all good.
That is awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, we don't want to step on any toes,
Oh yeah, because I know when I was telling some people about this game that, oh, is it rip off of them? I'm pretty sure they're not going to try to get in trouble with them.
Of course not. No, we're not looking for trouble. Plus, this is so specific to like the convention community. But I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that it wouldn't work with Cards Against Humanity. You could mix them together. You shouldn't, because like we're not affiliated anyway. But they are the same size.
That'd be an interesting game to carry around.
So, what are some of your favorite cards in there that we played?
Alright, I will tell you my favorite card, and this is interesting, because this is an interesting way how this card came to be. So, we are literally going to go to the printers in less than an hour. And we have 120 cards that we're giving to the people. So I'm making sure everything looks good, everything looks great, because once you get this sent to the printers and everything, that's it. So we sent 120 cards. We also included an instruction card. So that meant that we accidentally miscounted and we were missing one card. And it's like, oh no, we promised these cards to the people. I want to make sure that we have the exact amount that we promised. So it's like, hey, think of a card real quick. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Oh, okay, under pressure and everything like that. And in that moment, God spoke to me and he told me the best card, which is my personal favorite. I'm going to say this, and I hope you understand this reference because it's very, very universally known. So here's the card. Let me think of it real quick. Just make sure I get the wording right. Okay. The card is Nina Tucker, American Kennels Club Best in Show for Mixed Breed. There we go. That is my favorite card right there. It is if you get it, it's a Full Metal Alchemist reference. Because Nina Tucker is one that was...
I knew it. I knew it. Just like... you're going to have a lot of people like that card. That's because
either that or either that or Bashonen Hitler. Man after my heart.
I was going to say you really should oh man, who played Edward in Full Metal Alchemist?
Vic Mignogna.
Thank you.
Who may or may not be a card.
You really should just take that card to him. It's like, here you go.
Especially since he goes to conventions in Florida and everything, we might just show them a card and be like, hey, can you sign this for us? Or something like that. Or maybe take a picture of him with the card.
Now, by the time this airs, the Kickstarter will be over.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned in the future people will be able to pick these cards up at conventions and hopefully an online store later on. Are you looking to get the game into general game stores or?
Ooh, that would be awesome. Like we really hope for that. Like, yeah, we're starting off a little bit smaller with just having it at the convention so far. We really want to do an online website where people can order it because then people from all over the world can get those. The only thing is that we just have it as a stretch goal because it is pricey. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, so we don't really have any news on that yet. And then for the retail stores and everything, like we would love to have them. Like we went to all of the local card game stores and we put our flyers there of, hey, check out this Kickstarter. They let us do that. We asked them to put it up. So we'd love to have those games in there because, that is the audience we are targeting. So that'd be the game for them. So we're really hoping we're going to be able to have that done and do that.
All right. You've been playing actually in some test games in the game stores, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
Obviously, it's done really well, but I'm just curious, how has your experience been doing that, going into the game stores and doing those test games?
Well, it's a lot of fun. We had one day where there was a tournament going on, so everyone was focused on the tournament. So unfortunately, there was a day that no one was there, so I was like, okay, but when we went another day and there was all these people there and they're just like wandering around, you just have to kind of like entice them and be like, come here, my pretty, come here and sit down at this game. And oh my gosh, it's a lot of fun because everyone's playtesting this game and like we try to keep it down, but we playtested at MegaCon and we didn't get a noise complaint, but they were just like, you gotta keep it down, guys. You guys are screaming way too loud. Because it's just funny, because it's content that no one's seen before. So there's just a lot of screaming, there's a lot of the like, whoa kind of thing. And we definitely play tested during, there was a tournament going on one time, and people were starting to, leave the tournament and come to our table, and they're like, what is this? What is this game? What's happening? When you create noise and you have people that are just, freaking out, you're going to get more people coming over until, a crowd forms. So the response has just been amazing. It's really awesome because it's fresh, it's new, it's shiny. So playtesting has been great, and everyone, it's awesome because people come in with their own suggestions. And they're just like, if this isn't a card, this has to be a card. And so we take notes and everything, we write down, and make sure that the text is fine, make sure that the cards are good material for them, and we listen to everyone. We've made so many changes from the playtesting to now, and it's just been really, really fantastic, especially with our expansion pack that's going to be coming out, which we have to make an expansion pack, which is exciting, and I'm really, really happy and excited for that. Especially with the expansion pack coming out, we have all these suggestions that we've been getting from people during the playtesting, so hopefully a lot of those cards can make it into the expansion pack. So it's kind of like they're giving back to us, we're giving them this game, they're giving back us the feedback, and we're recycling that into a product that they want.
All right, and actually that answers one of my questions, because I was curious about what the future was going to be, or if you're going to be looking at expansion packs, if you're going to be looking at like a Pounds Against Sanity 2, the better, longer, faster,
harder, longer, the harder, better, faster.
I'm trying not to copy. I'm not trying to hit a copyright on somebody else's games. So.
No, it's fine. We have the expansion pack that we have to start because the Kickstarter is funded. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be making the expansion pack, sending that to people. Also, we have we hit one of our first stretch goals, which was over 100 backers, which we're almost at 200 backers at this point. So it's like, whoa! Did not expect this. This is awesome. And so each backer gets a cute little sticker set for free with their packs. So even if you backed only $5, you can still get that sticker set of the cute little bunny girl and boy chibis that we have, that were our mascots that we were promoting during the Kickstarter event. I think I got a little derailed on that question. I apologize. Yeah, so expansion packs, that's what it is. We're doing expansion packs, and then we're probably going to hopefully get more demand in the future. And while we do have other projects that we are going to be working on and focusing on, we will be, of course, still making this game and everything, just giving the supply to the demand.
All right. Now, out of curiosity, what other games have you worked on?
Okay, yes. So we have something called Project LOV. This was one of the company's first love childs. It is a visual novel game where you choose your own decision and everything. There's also like dating in there. It's just starting. It's really exciting, but there's actually a playable demo right now that you can go and play on the Chronotic media page. So we have Project LOV, and then also we have an album out. Our music department released an album that's on iTunes and Spotify, and it's called Ecosystem. So that one's really cool. It's got some cool beats. And then we have a secret new project that we are just starting that I am so excited about. I unfortunately can't say anything, but we're creating some really cool stuff. I'm really happy about.
All right,
cool. So do y'all just get the ideas from yourselves, or do people try to submit ideas to your company or anything like that? Or?
So we have it where if someone wants to help, so they can we can work off of commission. So if they want us to make them something, their idea into something, we can be commissioned to. But also usually it's our employees and our boss as well. He is so open to ideas, and it's fantastic. He has it where like an employee could submit a new project idea, and then they have to make a presentation on it. So we have to present it to the company saying, this is my idea, this is how we're going to do it, this is how I think it's going to benefit the company. And luckily we've had some really cool ideas because of that.
All right. Now, when you started the Kickstarter, obviously, because I found out about it through Facebook advertising. That's how I actually first came across it. What went on? How much planning was involved in getting your Kickstarter going?
Well, we had a while to plan for it because we were making the game, and we're like, okay, well, if we make the game, we should make a Kickstarter. So luckily, we planned a lot beforehand. But a lot of the stuff came out while the Kickstarter was being made. So like we had a backlog of things coming out, but we realized with Kickstarters and everything, and especially the Facebook page, you have to keep making stuff. And I wouldn't say ill-prepared, I would just say we were surprised at how fast the content ran out. So when we released things like the bunny girls and the bunny boys and stuff like that, we were in the office room, racking our brains in the concept. We had like and we're like concept designing, like, okay, what is this? What is this? What's this? Because we're gonna need this in 2 weeks, or we're gonna need this in a week. Also with the trailers too, filming them and everything, it was a lot of like, we have to get this done because we have to get this out for the Kickstarter. So that's what I'm saying. Of this month has been a crazy month. And we didn't want to like run out at the end, because unfortunately that's what happens to a lot of Kickstarters, is like at the very, very end, they're out of stuff to say. What more can you say? So we were really lucky. We submitted our 4th mascot, which was our bunny boy, because we had 3 girls beforehand. And no, the response to the boy, so many people were just like, here's my money, take it. You have a male. That's awesome, because we wanted to have representation. And so that was awesome. And what we're really excited about as well is because, well, even when this Kickstarter is over, we still are. So we started releasing 4 Chroma comics strips of our little, or our characters, our mascots, advertising the game, showing different cards in the game itself. So while the Kickstarter is down and stuff like that, those 4 chromas are going to be continuously pumped out, no matter what. So we have more content coming. So that's what's keeping the people there, keeping their attention, because it's like, well, we're busy making the expansion pack and we're making more things. Here's something to stave off your hunger for our content.
So what led to the decision? Because of course I get the anime vibe from the bunny girls. Actually, there's a couple different styles here, because the towards the top there, you've got the anime style for the bunny girls, and then a little farther towards the bottom of the Kickstarter page, you've got I guess it's still anime, but it's probably more a different genre of anime, I think.
I know what you're talking about. So that's the thing, is so our talented Japan artist, Rocky, he's the one that does all the cool, nice anime style. Yeah. And then the other style, I know what you're talking about, the people that look white, the people that have they look like white sheets and everything like that, and the Kickstarter information, that's me. That's my stuff. So I did like a simplified version, because it's like I didn't want it to be too over the top. It's like, keep it simple, stupid, pretty much that kind of thing during the instructions.
Well, I love the instructions, and I love because I think makes it look to me like it's fun. That's the animation style I got from it when I was looking through it. Is the artistry made it look fun. So that's what I got from it, and I love your commentary on the pie chart. Lawyers are expensive. Clearly, we chose the wrong profession.
Yeah, I made it. My boss was just like, okay, we got to make a pie chart, because we got to show the people where the money is going to, because we want to be completely transparent with it. And I was like, okay, and then I was making the pie chart, and I was like, okay, pie. I like pie.
Yeah.
Lawyers, they're and my boss was just like, okay.
No, I love it, because I'm there trying to figure out it looks almost like grapes in the pie. I don't know what kind of pie has grapes in it.
It's supposed to be a blueberry pie.
Oh, blueberry, okay. Well, they're still all dark blue, dark red, dark blue. It's close. So, no, I thought the animation style was amusing, so.
That's great. That's awesome. There's going to be hopefully more animations coming out, because like our company, we love animations. Especially 2D animation is hard to come by these days. And that's what my degree is going to be in. So it's really cool, because you see me start at the company, my skill, but as time goes on, I've absolutely noticed I've improved in so many levels. So not only is this company moving up, the skills of its employees are moving up as well.
Well, a lot of that comes down to just experience. A lot of just with that, like anything, you get better as you do something. So
yeah,
I mean, you should see the streams that we did that I was doing 3 years ago. I've come a long way since then. So
exactly, yeah, it was really exciting doing this and going to school at the same time. The best thing is that this job completely understands the school and wants you to go to school, which is nice, because I worked some jobs that were just like, oh, you have an exam again, you got to study for it. It's like, I understand time management and everything, and the best thing is that I learned something in school, and I would run to work and be like, guess what I learned? I'm going to show you how to do this. So that was really, really cool to be able to bring stuff like that to the table.
That sounds like my After Effects adventures, because I'm teaching myself After Effects.
Hey, nice, nice. That is a really good tool to have.
It is. It's a learning curve. I first started because I'm trying to do more editing and trying to make my streams look better. So anyway, so what we're gonna do is you actually sent us over a video. So we're gonna play that now.
So, like, yeah, I totally forgot to seal my body paint.
Dude,
I totally forgot to say my bonito. No one's gonna notice, right? Hi there, I'm Laurie Colin. I create cool art by day and serve vigilante justice by night. This is Izzy. He runs the company Chronotic Media LLC. This is Chris, who designs the cards. And this is Jordan, who, exists. And this is Kevin, he made the song. We regularly attend conventions and are all from different aspects of what makes conventions great. Combining our experiences and knowledge of what typically happens at a convention, we came up with this. Here's how you play. First, grab 3 to 6 players. If you have more than 6 players, take a cannon and fire them into the sun. Or have them sit out this round. At the start of the game, each player draws 5 answer cards. Now choose a con card captain. It doesn't matter how, it could be whoever got their picture taken last, or whoever bought this game. The con card captain will draw 1 question card and read it aloud. The rest of the players will play an answer card that they believe best matches the question. This decision will decide life or death, red pill from blue pill, success from the failures. Will you go home and brag about your victories, or will you lie there like the sad, worthless sack of shit? Once you choose a winner, they get to keep the question card, and it converts to 1 point. Play continues until someone has 3 points, or you can customize the length of your game. It could be 5 points, 2.5 points, who cares? It's all about having fun. This game is easy to play, appeals to a nerdy audience, and it's really, really addicting. I mean, I haven't been able to put this game down now, and I haven't seen my family in a couple months, and I miss them, but this game is really fun. If you love to attend conventions and want to know what it feels like to laugh again, please consider backing our Kickstarter, and in return, we'll send you a copy of our game. From all of us, thanks.
Well, I just looked at your page. You now have 182 backers, and you're $15,220.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's
and
so exciting.
I just did the math. That's about average per person of the backers are about $83.63.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. We had some people that just threw a lot of money down. They're just like, because they believed in the game. One of our first backers actually was, when we talked to this before the Kickstarter was happening, he like grabbed me by the shoulders, looked me in the eyes, and he said, I'm going to save up a couple paychecks because I want this game. And I'm like, okay, all right. We didn't know how like much people wanted it. So when we first opened our Kickstarter, I was like, okay, well, we're a little nervous. And then he just like slams the money down, and we're like, whoa.
Well, you have 2 people who've done the 500 backers, $500 pledge.
Which is true insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Jinx, you
my goodness.
Yeah, 346 for the 100. Let's see, 35 is 89, and I'm one of those because I just did it.
Oh, thank you.
I checked my bank account. I just checked my bank account and checked it. We'll probably edit this part out, but
no, I'm gonna keep that in there.
What is your account and routing number, my good sir?
Yes. No, actually, I'm gonna keep it in there because I want to prove that. I want to show people that this is stuff we do. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One thing I do have a question for you about it. I know some people will have ways where you can add to your pledge after the Kickstarter's over. Are y'all going to be doing that? But that way they can go and purchase a copy of the game, because there are some companies that it's called Backstarter or something like that. I can't remember which, but they can continue to pledge after it's funded and everything.
I definitely think that's something we will be looking into. I know right now you can adjust your pledge, and we see people adjusting their pledges all the time, especially now that it's funded, so they can get the extra goodies that you can't normally get with this game later on. But I don't have any information on that now. That's definitely something we'll be interested in doing, because we have people that when they come to MetroCon and everything, we're going to have their pledge like on file, and we're going to have them sign off for it. So what we could do as well is when people come to pick up their copy, if they want to get the extras and everything, they could be like, hey, this is my name, this is my pledge, here's some more money because I want to upgrade, that kind of thing.
Oh, so. That's cool.
Yay!
Let's see. Hold up. One no moments. I have those ask him.
There's definitely like some Kickstarter exclusives, which is why we're rewarding the people that believed in us and put their faith in us.
Okay, you said you're going to be coming to cons.
Yes.
What cons are you set up for right now?
So currently we have a nice big corner booth vendor table at MetroCon. So we're going to be like right front and center there. We know that's one of the biggest
Where is
conventions
that?
in Florida. That's in Tampa Bay Convention Center, and that's it starts on August 3rd and it goes to August 6th. So that's pretty soon.
You need to go to a con in Jacksonville. That way, Wendell can come by.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. We want to go around, especially with the packs.
Right.
And sell them at conventions and show them, because there are some people that don't have a Facebook, or they didn't hear about the Kickstarter somehow, and we don't want to like discriminate. Be like, if you want this game, we want you to be able to get this game.
Well, I do know Kickstarter did promote you, so they on their What's Hot page and stuff like that.
Super hot.
Now, do you foresee a way to actually build this into like a? Do you foresee a way of turning this into maybe possibly a tournament of some kind?
Ooh, that would be really nice. Like hosting tournaments at conventions, definitely.
Yes.
Because at the when you win the round, you get a card. Then you get the question card, and that's your point. So there is technically a point system.
Yeah.
We could have a tournament. We could have elimination style. That we could have a voting of whoever had the worst answer. We take a vote, and that person's out, and then the circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And then if it's only two people, whoever has the most points at the end wins. Or if it's a tie, then just fight to the death. Here's a knife, and whoever gets it wins.
Yeah, actually, can we do that? We can get like American Gladiator style, like the really big batons.
Yeah.
With the big things at the bottom, and like.
Whack.
So here's an idea for you. Maybe y'all should try to play a live online game of it on Facebook or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's possible.
Yeah. That'd be really cool. Yeah, we're definitely starting to live stream more and more and everything. Actually, tonight, since we're having like our little party at our little like nerd bar and everything, and we're going to be live streaming there tonight as well.
All right.
Cool.
So,
If you message me on Facebook about it, I will share it to our page when you go live stream.
Oh, thank you so much. So sweet.
all right. So we're.
Hey, we like this stuff, kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So it.
Thank you. It really means like this all happened because of you guys, because of everyone that came together.
Because we're. Let's see if I can put it right up there. Because we're geeks. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to put it in my frame there. It's right there. See, it says right in the name of the show. We're geeks. Like right there.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're not some big corporate company, It's by nerds for nerds.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice that the nerd community came together and they're gonna get something that's great.
And
And I made it. I can say it's great and unique. Yeah, you're not gonna find this at your freaking local Target somewhere. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Hopefully, maybe in a year. Maybe,
in the future.
Maybe in the
that
future,
would be great.
you'll be in Target. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You said also on.
all right. Well, before we head on out, let's pay homage to our sponsor and also try to convince Cons Against Our Sanity to come to QuestCon. So, let's thank our sponsor.
Okay, our sponsor is QuestCon in Mobile, Alabama, October 20th through the 22nd. At the convention center down there. We have a 5-block radius, people. 5 blocks of awesomeness. We got Kids Con for the kids. We got the big, huge vendor room. We got some big gaming tournaments coming. UGC, Ultimate Gaming Championships, will be hosting a tournament at our convention. We will be having some analog gaming tournaments I can't talk about yet, but if you're, it's going to be big and going to be some nice prizes and stuff like that, which we still can't talk about. But because I don't want to die, now, Widow, if you want to die, you feel free to explain some more of that.
No, I mean I don't know about prize yet. They haven't told us yet, probably because they don't want us to say something inadvertently. But we're gonna be having a D&D Adventures League gaming tournament. We're gonna be having a Pathfinder tournament. We're gonna be having let's see. We're hopefully crossing our fingers. We want to try to do some Starfighter, but I can't guarantee that. And of course the UGC tournament, which you heard about. Of course, we're
And
gonna
probably a very popular game, also card game, but
at the UGC tournament.
no analog card game tournament. But I just don't know if we're allowed to talk about that one. Magic.
Oh yeah, no, that's been out for that's been out for a
Okay.
while. Yeah, no.
Okay, and also you can edit that part out. It's like Magic the Gathering will have a official tournament
Yep.
at the convention, so y'all may want to come. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Gulf Coast Game is going to be bringing in their library of games, which is going to be awesome. And of course, we've got the Wrecking Yard, a post-apocalyptic. What's the phrase? But I always get referred to as a post-apocalyptic Ren Fair, but that's not technically the technical term of it. But it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we got the zombies. Where
So now that we have completely taken our sponsor read off topic, but it is awesome. So you're going to want to check out QuestCon October 20th through 22nd. Tickets are on sale now at quest-con.com, and we appreciate them sponsoring our show. So have we convinced you to come to Cons Against Sanity? We're looking at like almost half a million square foot of space. Ken's convention at the Explorium. We've got like I said, the Mobile History Museum. They're going to be doing some interesting stuff over there. I don't think that's been released yet. And of course the Wrecking Yard, which is going to be awesome.
Also the Magic Tournament.
And the Magic Tournament, the Adventures League, the Pathfinder Society. Yeah.
That sounds so exciting. We'll of course have to run it by the boss up there, but that does sound really enticing.
All right, for everybody that watched this episode, we appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, and all the other fun following options in any social media you find this episode. Thank you very much, and Laurie, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for sharing and creating the game. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. You'll probably see us playing it at a couple of conventions around. So
that's going to be so exciting. We can't wait.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
hey everyone.
Bye, Zoe.